Every game console has their own hidden gems, just sitting there waiting for any brave gamer to pick up their digging device and explore. For many of those who own the Sega Genesis at some point in their life, Target Earth, also known in Japan as Assault Suit Leinos, is in that discussion. And what was it about space-based games that attracted us so much?
Was it seeing robotic-like creatures shooting lasers out of their metallic hands? Exploding robots? The beauty of outer space in these games?
Who knows? But I got a request to review this game, and for the sake of my fans, I will not disappoint. Target Earth has a small, almost cult-like following. So much so that these guys got their game remade for next generation consoles. They praised the music, the gameplay, but be warned, this is a very difficult game to beat. Okay, let's do this.
The game looks pretty nice. The intro looks nice as well. Skipping ahead to the actual game, it begins on one of Jupiter's moons known as Ganymede.
Now you may be wondering why, out of all things, the developers of this game chose Jupiter's moon Ganymede as a possible stage. It may seem almost random, but for the sake of science, I'd like to let you guys know that it's been long speculated that Jupiter's moon Ganymede meets the necessary components to produce life. Just some useless trivia for you there.
Anyway, you're Rex, the main character of the game and the pilot of this battlesuit. Before the start of each stage, you're allowed to choose your weapons before you head out. Your inventory gets bigger as the stages progress. On some occasions, you have to use specific weapons to get through the stage. Like in this stage here, I forgot to get the rocket pack, so now I'm stuck in this pit here. Nothing to do but to start the game over again. So in stage 1, you begin to move forward and you're bombarded with enemies. It's smart to just try to avoid them and move forward. The LG gun that I'm using is the only gun that reloads after you run out of ammo. The time that it takes to reload though sometimes can be exponentially long and could cost you the entire game. So you're supposed to kill this big warship here that is trying to reach your base. So I kill it and what? It landed on me and killed me? Well, how was I supposed to know that was going to happen? And look, one death, no continues? Sheesh, man, now I know why they say it's hard. Actually, you get continues after you pass stage 1. I guess the game doesn't think that you're worthy of continues if you lose in the first stage. So I beat stage 1, and in stage 2, it's nice to finally see some cavalry here because all those enemies shooting at me can get a bit overwhelming. I must say by this point, I'm also not a fan of the controls, especially the weapons that you start off with. You can only shoot down forward, forward, or up forward, which you would assume would be okay, but sometimes enemies tend to stand right next to you and it makes it incredibly difficult to shoot them. And look how quickly you can lose your life here. I started off with full health and in a matter of moments, I'm down less than half. Fortunately, by the time you get this weapon here, things become easier. Not much to say about stage 2. Go all the way to the right and once your battleship arrives, just board it and you can move on to stage 3. In stage 3, you're flying out in outer space shooting your enemies. After a while, you get the message that your ship is here, so it gives you about 60 seconds to get inside your ship. Stage 5 has this really funny part here. This guy is informing Rex that the commander is after him, and then he dies. I don't know about this game. I don't think that I like it. It's challenging, I'll give it that, but it's pretty boring. It's mostly the same thing throughout every stage. Also, believe it or not, the OST is not as good as they say it is.
Target Earth is an overhyped game that just did not meet those qualifications, but nobody cares enough because it isn't as widely recognized as other good Genesis games.
So I make it to the final boss in the game, that commander, and he's easier to beat than a Goomba in Super Mario. So I beat the game and Rex walks out like a boss.
So this concludes the review. I am not a fan. I am very upset. See you next time.